A leaked U.S. intelligence assessment contains a stark reminder of the threat hackers can pose to critical infrastructure. The assessment, which mostly focuses on Ukraine's military efforts against forces, and which senior U.S. official believes to be true, includes a warning that Russian hackers raided gas infrastructure company in Canada this year and received instructions from intelligence. The assessment notes that this access could provide a way to cause significant damage and possibly an explosion. Such an attack is considered extremely difficult to carry out, but is among the intelligence community's greatest fears. And while no such major attacks have yet been found, experts say they are an ever-present threat. This isn't the first time someone has accessed critical infrastructure, said John Hultquist, Vice President of Threat Intelligence at Google-owned cybersecurity company Mandiant. It happens all the time. Russian intelligence services do this all the time. Hacktivists, a Russian-speaking group called Zarya, hacked into the computer network of unnamed Canadian gas distribution facility in February, telling Russia's FSB intelligence agency to increase valve pressure, disable alarms, and an emergency operation. It will cause explosion. U.S. rating. NBC News has not confirmed this claim, and it is unclear which company is involved. The official also said that some documents may have been altered before they were posted online, but there were no obvious signs of change in this part of the assessment. If Zarya succeeds, it will be first time that IC has observed a pro-Russian hacking group launch a devastating attack against Western industrial control systems, says the assessment, using intelligence community's acronym. It seems that such a disaster never happened. But the assessment shows both how concerned the U.S. is about devastating attacks on Western energy infrastructure and how Russian intelligence can rely on domestic criminal hackers to work for them. The rating, marked top secret, comes from a cache more than 50 pages of confidential documents that have emerged online in recent days after rotting in the dark corners of the internet. U.S. officials declined to comment on the authenticity of certain documents, but an official told NBC News they appeared to be genuine. It is unclear who leaked the documents first or why. The Zarya assessment was first reported by journalist Kim Zetter. While the U.S. generally sees hacking as a common tactic used by all parties for espionage, cyber attacks that cause physical destruction are seen as a dramatic escalation. I think the big question here is whether they decide to use that access for some kind of devastating attack, Hultquist said. The Canadian Cybersecurity Centre declined to address the specific claim in its U.S. assessment. But an agency spokesperson said he was concerned about hackers accessing critical infrastructure. We remain deeply concerned about this threat and urge owners and operators of critical infrastructure contact us to work together protect their systems, the spokesperson said. Leslie Carhart, who leads the North American Incident Response for Dragos, company specializing in cybersecurity for industrial systems, said they found it credible that a hacking group like Zarya could gain access to gas dispenser, but that it would take longer. Much more effort to really cause an explosion. There's a redundancy of such a process. Human controls. Digital and physical security controls. It's designed not to explode even if someone makes a mistake, Carhart said in a text message. Zarya is one of several pro-Russian hacker groups that frequently harass targets related to NATO and Ukraine allies. While they often disable websites for short periods of time, they rarely exhibit the ability to cause serious damage. Sergei Shaikovich, who tracks threat intelligence for Israeli cybersecurity firm Check Point Software, said there are about 20 such groups, most of which emerged in the last 2 years as Russia began invading Ukraine. Zarya talks about her exploits on her Telegram channel, where she mostly boasts of stealing offline sites. His posts do not mention an attack on Canadian energy infrastructure, and the group openly claimed it had no ties to the Russian government. Russian intelligence often relies on a wealthy domestic pool cybercriminals to succeed, said Chris Painter, State Department's cyber ambassador in Obama administration and founding chairman of Global Cyber Expertise Forum, an international group cybersecurity experts. Their goals. It's one of the tools in the toolkits for using these proxies, because in a way it evades direct responsibility, Painter said. They can always say, well, it wasn't us.